Hey guys, it's AJ, your favorite lesbian commentary YouTuber, back at it with another banger for you guys today. This is like the third day in a row that I've uploaded. Do you like my outfit? I can only show you the top right now because reasons. It's Eeyore. I was scrolling through my For You page today and I saw something that struck me so deeply that I needed to share it with you.
Brr brr patapim, brr brr patapim, tralalero tralala, tung 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 sahur. Brr brr patapim, brr brr patapim, tralalero tralala, tung 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 sahur.
So Ned Fulmer from the Try Guys is now a wrestler. You know, the wife guy? The guy who now has a podcast where he interviews formerly bad people. The podcast is called Rock Bottom, and he's very clearly hit rock bottom. I just want to say, I always got bad vibes from that man. When I was in high school, I used to religiously watch the Try Guys, and I always got bad vibes from him. He just seemed phony. He seemed fake. So the story is he did a wrestling dark match in Florida for AEW. If you're as confused as I am, let me explain. A dark match is essentially the opening or closing act for a wrestling show. It's when they want to try out new talent or just give the audience a little special treat with like special guests. And then AEW is kind of like WWE but more serious. Like they do actual wrestling. They've nothing staged or allegedly nothing staged. It's supposed to be more athletic. So Ned Fulmer goes by the name Nasty Ned. I don't like this. Imagine you go to a wrestling show. First off, gay. But you go to see the talent and then you see Ned Fulmer just gyrating on the stage. Not to be a bully, but he's just trying way too hard and it's cringing me out. I truly think he has to have a humiliation kink or something. Like, why is it that every failed YouTuber becomes a wrestler? You know what? Now I know what to do if this doesn't work out for me. It's very unclear if this is just like a one-time thing, but I really hope it wasn't. I really hope it was not a one-time thing. I really hope this is just like what he does now, getting bent over by guys. I'm really upset that there's no footage of the actual fight. I'm sure it's because of like legality. A lot of wrestling matches are very strict about recording and streaming their stuff. Like you cannot bootleg it. It's a lot of laws and regulations, and I don't know, people have gotten sued for it. So I'm sure that's why nobody can find the footage of the actual fight, but it makes me sad. I want to see Ned Fulmer doing wrestling stuff. If you find footage of the actual fight, please send it to me. I would love to see that. This is not a good look for Yale right now. Because didn't he go to Yale? Wasn't that like also his thing? He was the wife guy and the Yale guy. Like, this is not a good look for Yale. I truly think he's doing this because his podcast is ass. I don't know if you guys have looked at the podcasts other than the one with Ariel. He has like 3 more uploaded after the one with Ariel. And it is actual ass. Not only is it doing very average numbers, but the actual content is bad. He is a bad interviewer.
Yeah, I can relate to a lot of things about your story. I mean, this idea of things that are problems for tomorrow, I think, is something that I would tell myself, and then it's at some point you can't continue to push off something that you have to confront.
Yeah.
I also far earlier in my life I had my own. I certainly can relate to like how opioids can set someone on a path towards addiction. I mean, I think for me it was not a lot more like just smaller, but I had like a knee surgery with a bunch of prescriptions that then like I continued using for far later than I was supposed to. And fortunately, you were talking about kind of dealing with it all on your own and not wanting to talk about it. For me, there was interventions early enough that, it's like I had a physical therapist that I saw 3 times a week, and like we'd talk about it, and then at one point he's like, "Oh, you're way past the point where you're supposed to need that anymore. Like you don't need to be doing that." I remember feeling like this pain of like, "Oh no," but I like doing it.
Yeah,
you
don't know my pain. You don't know my pain.
What are you talking about? You don't. But I don't have anything to do during the day.
Yeah, I mean,
He's doing a bad job. He's not concise. He's hard to listen to. He interrupts a lot, and the quality is bad. It's the fact that he's like, "Well, I've never done heroin before, but I did take prescription drugs for a little bit too long once. So I understand the story you're telling me right now." I skipped around in some of his other podcasts, and honestly, the podcast would be exactly the same if he was not there. If they just had a sheet of paper with questions on it, and the person they're interviewing, it would be so much more interesting to watch. Like, he drains the energy out of all of it. He adds nothing to the conversation, nothing of actual substance. I know this is a short video. I just saw this information and needed to share it to the masses. I saw it and I felt compelled in my spirit. The Holy Spirit moved me. I got moved by the Holy Spirit to share this with you. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe, please. Please. I'm trying to get 10,000 subscribers by my birthday, November 23rd. So please subscribe. That gets me just a little bit closer to my main goal, which is to get 1 trillion subscribers. I'm recording this at 2 a.m. and I feel like you can definitely tell. Like, I don't know. My eyes are puffy. I'm very tired, but I just needed to do this. I needed to do this. Follow me on Instagram at AJ Talks a Lot. We're very close to 1,000 followers over there. So if you want to follow back, you got to follow soon. Because I'm following back until we get to 1,000 followers. I do want this video to be 10 minutes long, so I'm gonna have to just do stuff until it gets to that time. So I'll make up a song for you about Ned Fulmer wrestling. My name is Ned. I had a wife, but now I'm single and living my life. I wrestle with the fact that I ruined my family. My name is Ned. Ned Fulmer. I was fuller before I cheated on my wife. So now I wrestle. I bend guys over. Listen to my podcast, please. Life is so sad when you're divorced and a dad. So what do? You wrestle. You wrestle with all you have inside. There once was a guy named Ned, and he used to be popular. But then he couldn't keep his dick in his shed, and now he's no longer popular. He thought he could get away with it, but now he's stuck wrestling for money. I like to interrupt people when they talk. I like to add no substance to conversations. It's almost like it'd be better if I wasn't there. Should I even be here? That was actually really fun. So that was more for me than it was for you, honestly. I also don't know why I decided to do it in minor key. That's kind of crazy. No one looks at you the same when they know what you've done. I cheated on my wife with my producer. I seduced her. Sorry, that was actually kind of bars. That was off the dome. That was kind of bars. Sorry. I seduced her once again. Cheating in public, never in private. How could I do it? Because I'm selfish. Okay, bye.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother? Wait.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out.
Bruh.
Brr patapim, brr patapim, tralalero tralala, tung sahur. Brr patapim, brr patapim, tralalero tralala, tung sahur.
Oh my God!
Daddy, chill.